I particularly would like to empower women that were like me, that, had given up a career and, or what do I do now? And I would love to be able to support them and help them on this journey, if this is the journey they want to go on.
Yeah. And it ties back into, being a VA, I imagine, is an ideal job for a mum in the early years of motherhood, raising her kids, because really that flexibility and being able to add value. I think there's so much in the kind of mindset of recognizing, if that is the case for you, that the job and the career you had before is not going to work because there's a lack of flexibility or a lack of understanding, a lack of compassion, all of the things that we hear so much about, that you've got this rigid business model and no, you can't go down to 4 days, or you can go down to 4, but you'll basically be doing 5, but you can't go down to 3, and all of the rules that framework kind of exists around.
It's so
and
hard.
Then actually that can, it's quite damaging to your mental health at a time when you're fragile anyway, and you're trying to navigate what it is to be a mum. And it can feel like a rejection, or it can feel like you're no longer of value. All of these emotions at play, so difficult. And actually you do have an awful lot to offer, because that experience has not gone. All that big career that you had before you had children is still there, and all those learnings that you gathered, and you can get an awful lot done in a short space of time when you're a mum.
You learn that skill fast. And I was going to say, and I know so many women, educated, experienced, clever women, that take part-time jobs, filling shelves, or that kind of thing. And that's great if that's what you want and that suits you. But the thought that people are doing that because they think that's the only way they can earn some money is just, it's just so unjust.
And it really impacts, I imagine, their confidence, because once you settle into a role like that,
how do you get back out?
There's different things. How do you get back out? And you feel like you're out of the game, and you feel like the world's carrying on without you. I used to quite like the idea of maybe working in a cafe, because I just thought I could just drink coffee and eat cake and talk to people. And that's okay. There's something about that social element that mothers need as well. And it's all these different types of rest, and that would be kind of a social rest. But the idea of going and working at a checkout somewhere, and I don't know, I suppose you would be working with people who perhaps didn't have that same career experience, and you forget your worth, and you forget just all the things that you have to offer. So I think a VA, I imagine as well, yes, you can have functional roles that feel repetitive and you know what you're doing. But I can imagine, if you have a few different clients, there's quite a lot of diversity and challenge. Is that been your experience?
Definitely. And you learn so much. I have learned so much about running businesses from being in the operation of different types of businesses with different people. And being around such ambitious people, it raises your game. So it's really a good world to be in. Yeah,
I hadn't thought of that. But there's so much in kind of the spirit of the conversations that you're having day to day. And especially, I imagine, if you are enabling a founder who is drowning to kind of get back into that, entrepreneurial mindset, and stop, just drowning in their inbox, or whether it's social media or whether it's whatever, and they can start to have a bit of brain capacity to actually think on a higher level again, then you're going to be bouncing off them. They'll be feeling a lot more lively and excited about their business, and that is always really infectious.
It's a great partnership. And if you get someone like me, I'm really invested in the business. So all their businesses become my babiys, and I'll wake up in the middle of the night and go, we could do this. Because to me, cool. Their businesses are my businesses too. So you get really invested. And that's all down to finding the right people that you align with.